In a tense episode of The Young and the Restless, Daniel is facing a major crisis in his life as unexpected and terrible events continue to occur. The plot begins when Chance decides to conduct a DNA test on a bloody handkerchief, the results of which leave Daniel completely shocked because it is not what he expected. The big question is, who does the blood on the handkerchief belong to, and why does it become the key to the following events? Daniel and Chance discuss the bloody handkerchief and the importance of DNA testing to determine the identity of the person involved. Daniel, with confidence in himself and his innocence, could not have expected that the results would put him in a more difficult situation than ever. What seemed as simple as a bloody handkerchief became the key to unlocking a series of darker truths. In an effort to find answers, Daniel decides to give Heather's passcode to Chance, hoping that this will unlock her phone. But when Chance tries to enter the passcode, something Daniel didn't expect happens: the passcode doesn't work. This comes as a shock to Daniel, who believed he could access important information related to the case through Heather's phone. Undeterred, Daniel quickly finds an alternative method. He contacts his cell phone provider and succeeds in changing the passcode. His patience is rewarded when Chance is able to access Heather's calls and texts. While exploring Heather's messages, an important and disturbing detail emerges: an unsent message to Paul, in which Heather mentions that she and her daughter Lucy may be traveling to Lisbon soon. But what's even more remarkable is the content of the message. In it, Heather expresses her fear of Daniel, implying that his anger has flared up again and is even worse than before. The appearance of this message is a blow to Daniel. He is furious, insisting that he never made Heather afraid or behave as the message implies. Daniel does not understand why this is happening, and why an unsent message implies tension and conflict between him and Heather, which he believes does not exist in reality. While Daniel tries to make sense of the unusual occurrences, Chance begins to worry that Daniel may be involved in the mysterious events surrounding Heather. Chance, being the responsible detective he is, refuses to let Daniel touch the phone again. Instead, Chance urges Daniel to leave the scene immediately and find another place to stay with his daughter Lucy, as the house is now a crime scene that needs to be investigated. Daniel, hurt by Chance's suspicion, reacts violently as he feels he is being treated as a suspect. He is convinced of his innocence and just wants to find out the truth behind these mysteries, but no matter what Daniel says, Chance firmly asks him to leave, as the forensic team will arrive for a more thorough search. The situation becomes more complicated when a new element is revealed: Sharon seems to be the one behind the unsent messages from Heather. Although there is no concrete evidence, Sharon's actions have begun to become suspicious. Is she the one who created this forgery to put Daniel in a more difficult position? Is Sharon carrying out some sneaky plan to manipulate Daniel and Heather's lives? The story has now pushed Daniel into a tense situation, where he is faced with many unanswered questions. What started out as a simple affair between Daniel and Heather has now turned into a series of strange and mysterious events. Why is Heather's code not working? Who is behind the unsent messages, and what is really happening to Heather? Is Daniel truly innocent in all this, or is he hiding something deeper? Chance, in his role, will stop at nothing to find the truth. But is he looking in the right places, or is he himself lost in a web of lies and intrigue? All of this adds to the complexity and tension of the story, pushing Daniel into a fight not only to prove his innocence, but also to protect the people he loves. Can Daniel regain the trust of those around him, or will he be drawn into a spiral of intrigue and betrayal? With Sharon possibly behind it all, The Young and the Restless is gearing up for a major cliffhanger in the upcoming episodes. Will Daniel be able to regain the trust of those around him, or will he be drawn into a spiral of intrigue and betrayal? Subscribe to Y&R for the latest news on our channel.